Hey everybody, great day and welcome to the buffet with Tony Yarber. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us. I have been doing this show. This is episode number what? 4. It's not episode number 4.
Today is 4. Yes, the last show was 3. Yes, it is.
You the producer, but so this is my 4th time coming here?
Yes.
It's my anniversary, y'all. It's 4 times. It's my 4th week anniversary. Y'all shout us out. Again, thank y'all. Welcome to the buffet. Jalisa is in the house. Y'all celebrate Jalisa. Jalisa, you just had a birthday last week, right?
I did.
Jalisa just had a birthday, y'all. She just turned 20-something. Oh, 28. She shouted it out. She just turned 28. What you do? What you do for your birthday weekend?
I went to go eat and I went to a water park.
She went to go eat and she went to a water park. Now, did you eat at the water park or on your way to the water park? How you do that?
Both.
You had birthday money?
Yeah.
Did the people pin the money on you and stuff like that?
Cash App now.
Cash App.
We done upgraded. We Cash App.
Well, in the schools, when I go in the schools, the children they still pinning their money on them, and that's the only day, the day that it's the children's birthday, and y'all send them to school with the money pinned to them. You got to know that's the only day that they're gonna ever be all up in the teacher's face. Good morning. You don't never say good morning. Good morning, Mr. Yarber. I'm like, it's your birthday, ain't it? I had a good weekend too. I don't really remember a lot about it, but I know it was a good one. So I'm claiming the same kind of weekend coming up. Hey, Jalisa.
Yeah.
You didn't go to Jackson State, did you? You went to Alcorn. That's right. You went.
I ain't go to Jackson State.
You went to Alcorn.
Yes.
So the reason I ask you is because I need somebody at Jackson State to introduce me to Deion Sanders. I want to meet Deion. I don't want to talk about football. I don't want to meet him because I want to meet Deion because I want, and somebody send this to him. Mr. Coach Deion Sanders, sir, please, sir. I want to go fishing at your lake at your house. That's why I want to meet Deion Sanders. So somebody, you got a lake at your house, Jalisa?
No.
Okay, well, be quiet now. Be quiet. Mr. Deion Sanders, I want to come fishing at your lake. So if any of y'all can get that message to Deion Sanders, please do that. I just wanna fish on your lake, my guy. Y'all, I got 3:05. We're gonna jump into some real serious topics here in a minute. At I don't know, maybe at some point we'll get around to some of the things that we talked about on Facebook, but I want to open up talking about JPD and the Capitol Police. JPD and the Capitol Police. Yesterday I was at the house and I got a text message, and the text message that I received were screenshots. Well, let me back up. Before that, I seen on Facebook, not Facebook, on Instagram, a gentleman that posted JPD and Blue Flu, okay? And said that Blue Flu, for those of you who don't know, it's when officers kind of unofficially go on a strike, or it's when officers are making sure that their grievances are being heard through a process where people just don't come to work, and they call it Blue Flu, all right? Well, I saw that. I asked some officers about it. Nobody seemed to know anything about it, so I kind of shrugged it off. And then later, I get a series of text messages. And Jalisa, one of the text messages, the screenshot came from Facebook, and it said, JPD dispatchers are effing rude and unprofessional. All right? So then the next screenshot is of a gentleman. I won't say his name, but he posts and says, JPD is refusing to answer calls in the downtown district. They're telling us it's Capitol Police's jurisdiction and call them. Is anyone having the same response in Belhaven or Fondren? Well, and this must not be Facebook. This might be the little Next Door app. I can't think of the name of it right now. But anyway, so then someone responds and says, had the same response in Belhaven from 911. 911 actually said, hang up and call this number. And it was Capitol Police. And then then that same person came back and said, and it was a very serious situation, but they had only one car with the cage in the back, so they couldn't arrest anyone even if they needed to. All right. And this kind of goes on. It's a dialogue that apparently neighbors in the community are having. All right. So let's talk about. I'm gonna swing back around to this, but let me give you some background. Back in 2016, we had begun trying to have conversation. I was the mayor then, and we started having conversation about how can we get the state to invest more money into infrastructure. How can we because the state doesn't invest in anything, okay? The city of Jackson didn't receive any payment in lieu of taxes. So what that means is that for all of those state buildings, the Museum of Art, the Children's Museum, all of those buildings, the Capitol, they don't pay any taxes, okay? So the city had been lobbying the state for years, umpteen years, to try to get them to give some kind of payment in lieu of taxes. Well, former Mayor Kane Ditto back in the day had an idea about a Capitol complex. We started talking out loud about it. We were informed by his idea. We connected with him, came up with what we thought was really, really good legislation. We worked with the Speaker's office. We worked with Tate Reeves at that time, his office. We worked with the governor's office. We worked with the Hinds County delegation. We had, everybody was working on this. We even got support from outside municipalities. Well, 2017 session, we got it passed, okay? And so when we got it passed, that legislation paved the way for the state to begin making contributions anywhere from between $7 to $11 million a year, all right, for infrastructure. And then as a part of that deal, they would also assist with law enforcement within that district, okay, within the Capitol Complex Improvement District. Well, as a part of that, there was supposed to be shared responsibility between the Jackson Police Department and the Capitol Police, as well as the Sheriff's Department. All right. Well, to date, here's what y'all need to understand. To date, because this is what blows my mind, who would give an order to dispatch to send all traffic from the Capitol Improvement District to the Capitol? And I'm gonna show y'all the petty in it in just a minute, okay? Let me show you the petty in it. So as of July 21st, as a matter of fact, as of July 21st, there's still, let me back up. This past session, money was allocated. We got comments? All right, I'll see you in a minute. I'm gonna get to your comments in just a minute, and we'll see what you're bringing to the table. But in the meantime, the legislation gave the opportunity for Capitol Police to expand, and they gave some more money for them to hire new officers, so they're going to double their officers. It's going to go from 75 to 150 officers. They're going to literally be doubling what a JPD officer would get when he comes in. So Capitol Police, they're going to be getting about, at an entry level, I believe about $40,000 a year as a Capitol Police officer. All right. All of that said and done, as of this article, which I think it was the 27th, all right, CJ LeMaster, no, this is July 20th. CJ LeMaster wrote this article for WLBT, and as of this article, as of the 21st, I know there is still no agreement, because the legislation says not only is there money that's got to go, but there also has to be a memo of understanding, a memorandum of understanding in place between the Jackson Police Department and the Capitol Police. It's not in place yet. Now, I don't know what that's about. If you read, based on what the folks who are running the Capitol Police are saying, it's really kind of, we just hadn't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, we met with the mayor. Yeah, we met with Chief Davis. We met with the sheriff, but we've not gotten around to it yet. Well, they've not gotten around to it, but crime is still happening in the area. Now, here's what's wild. What's wild is this conversation about or around the dispatch not sending units in the downtown area because it's Capitol Police. Hey, dispatch, y'all got that wrong. Because the boundaries for Capitol Police or for the Capitol Complex District, guess where it goes? Because you got to be careful when you're playing dirty pool. The Capitol Complex, the boundary to the west, guess where? Jackson State. The boundary to the east, the LaFleur, the Ag Museum, the boundary to the north, I don't remember right now, but know that all of those state buildings, state hospitals, state any building but it is a part of that complex. All right? So what's going to happen when somebody within the complex that's close to Jackson State, when something happens? And I think the problem is that we're back into this whole thing about who's right and who's wrong. All right? Who's right? What's up, Bishop? Good to see you, Bishop Nesby. What's happening? Hello, Kim Lewis. Hey, y'all, we want to encourage you to get involved in this. 1-800-492-5186, 1-800-492-5186. We want you to be involved in the conversation. Give us a call. If you got comment, post those up on Facebook. We'll read those and bring you into the conversation. As we get ready to transition into our commercial time, where we're seeing what our sponsors have to say, I want you to know that on the other side of the break now, we still got some hot stuff to talk about. We're going to wrap up this conversation around JPD, Capitol Police, what the expectations are, what they should be. And then we're going to talk about whether or not Mississippi is still burning. We still got racist actions, hate crime type actions that are happening in the state of Mississippi, in Ripley, Mississippi. We're going to tell you about that when we come back from the break. But they're not just happening to people that you know. They're not just happening to this is a crime that's committed against our children, committed against our babies. And then, family, after that, we'll come back and we'll talk just a little bit about what's happening with Welfare Gate. See you on the other side of the break.
Do you have something to say? Do you want your voice heard? Join the We Believe Global lineup. Be the star of your own show. For more info, call 800-492-5186, option number 1, or visit online at webelieve.global.
The Mississippi Link is an African-American female-owned newspaper with a trusted voice that is highly respected throughout the city, state, and nation. Our motto, keepers of the knowledge for people who speak the truth, since 1993. Link significantly influences the thoughts, attitudes, and buying decisions of its readers. Call us at 601-368-8481 for your advertising needs. If you would like to receive a newspaper in the mail each week, our annual subscription is only $52 per year. That is only $1 per week for you to stay informed regarding many stories that you can only get in the Mississippi Link. Sign up today at themississippiLink.com and click on Home Delivery.
SocratesGarrettNT.com is a diversified firm specializing in recycled aggregates and crushed concrete. SocratesGarrettENT.com's recycled materials provide the construction industry with significant economic and environmental benefits by recycling clean concrete rubble into MDOT grade rock materials. Recycled aggregates and crushed concrete can be applied to driveways, road construction, bank protection, parking lots, general bulk fills, and more. For more information, please call 601-896-0084 or visit us online at SocratesGarrettENT.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the buffet with Tony Yarber. The table is spread where we are talking about the hottest in all of your information, all of the local information, statewide information, as well as national information around current events. We've been having a conversation prior to the break about a terrible thing that's been happening, being reported in the Fondren, in the Belhaven area. All of those areas are a part of what we call the Capital Complex Improvement District. And I want to close it out simply by making an appeal. I want to make an appeal to Chief James Davis. I want to make an appeal to Chief Bo Lucky, who is the chief for the Capitol Police. Men, we need y'all collaborating. Men, we need y'all having a conversation to get this memorandum of understanding taken care of, so that the rest of the funds can be distributed to you men, but to you guys, but mostly so that the citizens of this city have an opportunity to enjoy the kind of safety that they want. And I know I don't want to hear anything about control and the white folks and the police and all of that. Listen, I want you to hear what I said. 150 officers will be patrolling the Capitol Complex area, okay? Hear me now. That allows for the roughly 120-something that's left in JPD, if it's that many now, to be able to pay more attention to what's going on in the hood, to be able to make sure that they're doing meaningful police work, and it probably would allow for them to be able to look at that 12-hour shift again. But I'm just, that's just me. I don't know. But I tell you what, we need y'all to talk. All right, y'all. I gotta shift gears, and I prayed before I came in here, just so, hallelujah. Yes, God. Jalisa, don't start. I had a real good devotion this morning. And I need that right now, though, because this next piece that we're getting ready to talk about is about Mississippi still burning. It's about a state whose past is seemingly being rewritten the same way. We have in Ripley, Mississippi, and I'm going to cue up a video that you're going to look at if you hadn't already seen it. I'm going to ask Jalisa to get ready to crank that up in a minute. But in this video, I want to warn you. I want to give you a trigger warning. For those of you who can't watch 12 Years a Slave, and for those of you who can't watch Roots, you don't want to watch this clip because it could trigger you. But I want to appeal to the emotionally balanced who are out there and watching. I want to appeal to you, to your intellect right now, as well as appeal to your heart while you're watching this, because we gotta go back to foolproof in our communities and neighborhoods. Let me tell you something. What you're getting ready to watch wouldn't have never happened in Sub 2 in 1950. Jalisa, would you cue that up for us?
With the UNC is reached. The hospital CEO has announced he'll be stepping down effective immediately, and a memo sent to employees and medical staff.
All right, y'all. Hopefully you saw that, and if you weren't able to hear, no big deal. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what you missed. Let me tell you what you didn't hear. There's a white guy riding in a truck in Ripley, Mississippi. He's riding in a truck and he's on a street, and I'm telling you, man, Jalisa, I immediately got a Time to Kill vibes. Like, it gave me Time to Kill vibes when a little girl was walking down the street. I just watched Time to Kill last weekend, so, it's kind of fresh. White man's driving a truck, going down the road, black children. It's 8, 7, 9 of them in the street. This fella presses the gas, speeds up. As he sees them, he begins to record. That lets me know it's premeditated. He begins to record himself, his actions, and you can see the children in the middle of the street. And the man says, and I quote, "All hell, 50 points." He says, Jalisa want me to really go on and get y'all there. I'm trying to walk you there. Jalisa want me to go and get y'all there. He says, all hell, 50 points. 50 points. Black children. I'm trying to understand what he talking about 50 points. What you talking about? Bowling? You look at this as a video game and you get points. Speaking of which, I need my stars, y'all. Help me reach my star goal. Go down there right now. I need you to help me reach my star goal. Go and star, like, share. Let everybody know about this amazing podcast where you get commentary that is informed, commentary that is intelligent, and commentary that typically can be sourced. All hell, 50 points is what he said. After having driven through them, they thank God they were all able to get out of the way. They were all able to get out of the street. He gets past them, and then he utters, slivers. I like sliver. His tongue allows the word stupid nigger to come out of his mouth. He says stupid. I don't say N word. I don't say that. I say the word. I say stupid nigger. Why do I say the word? Because I want you to understand what was said and how it was said. I want you to hear the vile that came out of it. And we're talking about people's children. We're talking about they could have been your children. Could have been your children, which is why we're still upset about what happened on Maria Drive, which is the street on the other, which is the street behind where my children live, where the mail carrier was killed because of a chase. You got to care about our children. You got to care about our children. We're not asking you to care. Trust. We're not asking you to care. We're not appealing to your human side. We're not appealing to you as fathers and as mothers. We are telling you that you're going to respect our children. He's been arrested. All right. He's been arrested. Thankfully. I'm not going to say his name. You can go and look that up yourself. But this is the kind of stuff that is being it's almost metastatic that's happening. It's like a cancer that's been spreading ever since Obama got in office, and that fire's only been lit after Trump got in office, and it seemed like racist white folks been being emboldened. I'm talking about y'all. I ain't talking about all white people, because I know good white people. I ain't doing that. But if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. If I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. If you like certain black folks but not others. If you like the black folks that halfway agree with most of the stuff you said, but you don't like they darker skinned cousin or the ones that wear bright, then yeah, I'm talking to you. Because we don't want to be tolerated. We ain't asking for that. We're not asking to be tolerated. We're asking for the respect that is deserved for the lives of not only ourselves, but of our children. Our children. You won't be hearing the last of this conversation. We'll pick this up again because we cannot allow racism, whether it is covert, whether it is implicit, explicit, whatever the case may be, we can't allow it to go unchecked. We cannot allow it to go unchecked. And that's why on this show, we're going to always deal with what's fair and what's not. What's fair, what's not, what's shady, and what's not. And I got to tell you, what's shady has to do with, there's some shady. There's a dead cat on the line. Mississippi Department of Human Services, there's a dead cat on the line. Y'all maybe not know, but the Mississippi Department of Human Services has fired Brad Pigott. They have fired him. He was the former U.S. attorney that they hired to investigate what had gone on with that $70-some million worth of money, of welfare money that children were supposed to get, that poor people were supposed to get, that women were supposed to get, that babies were supposed to get. But Brett Favre got it. They fired him. Wanna know why? Well, let me say this. Yeah, no, this is the truth. They fired him. They fired him because he had subpoenaed the USM Foundation. Why? Because money that had come from these funds had gone to purchase or gone to build a volleyball court for Southern Miss. I am a Southern Miss alum. I am a part of the Alumni Association, full disclosure. But if you took dirty money, you took dirty money. Period. Okay? Took dirty money, you took dirty money. And they fired this man. When they asked him about it. They said, why'd y'all fire him? They said, well, because he sprung this on us. We didn't know he was about to subpoena the USM Foundation. He's gone rogue. He's trying to do things on his own. And then they asked the governor yesterday, and when they asked Governor Tate Reeves what he said, what he thought about it, and he said that he agrees. He stands by it. Why does he stand by it? He says he stands by it because the guy was trying to be political. Well, we all know what that means. The reason that he says that is because this gentleman formerly worked under former President Bill Clinton. Man, y'all playing with us. And y'all doing it in our faces. And it's crazy how everybody is oblivious. It is crazy how everybody is oblivious. Or else they're not. And you playing with us. You're acting like we're oblivious. You're acting like we don't have good sense. But see, here's the thing. The buffet with Tony Yarber is here, and we believe it's here to stay, which means that we're going to be ensuring that we do our part to turn the tide on low information voters. We're getting ready to make sure people got the kind of information that they need so that when they go to the polls, they can make decisions not as a Democrat, not as a Republican, but as somebody with good doggone sense who knows what it's going to take in order to make their quality of lives worth living. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the buffet where the table is spread. We're going to attempt to bring you every week as much as we possibly can the hottest and current events, particularly those things that affect you, that affect us right here in the city of Jackson, as well as around the state and around the country. I need you to share. I need you to like. I need you to ensure that you're sending stars. I got a star goal. And not only that, I want to encourage you to go and get you some of this Earth Blend coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. Blessings on you.
Gentlemen,